Hey, what's up? Happy Friday to everyone. Thank y'all for being here. Hi, hi, hi. Why is my face so child? I'm sweating. I've been running up and downstairs. But anyhow, hi. Thank y'all for being here. I see we got 50 in here already. Y'all gonna be piling in here for this tea. I already know. Y'all saw the thumbnail. We're gonna be talking about some Love and Marriage Huntsville stuff, honey. Some cast stuff, some lies, betrayals, and all kind of stuff, Lord. Woo. Baby, if y'all ain't got no wig, if y'all ain't got no glue under y'all wig, baby, you better go put some under there because it's gonna fly off after this damn news, okay? Woo-wee. Lord have mercy. All right, well, let's go ahead and speak to everybody first before we jump into the BS, child. It's Friday. Anybody going out tonight? Y'all going out tonight? Y'all going out or y'all staying at home? I think I'm gonna stay home. I'm tired, y'all. Oh my God, I've been running all damn day. So I think I'm staying in tonight. I don't want to go anywhere at all. I'm gonna stay home, pour me a drink, catch up on my DVR, and just chill. I might get my back cracked later. Let's see. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I'm gonna be home. So let's get into speaking to everybody, okay? Because it is Friday, 165 watching. Shout out to everybody in the building, all my Caramelians, all my mods, content creators. Thank y'all for dropping by. All right, so SD Warren, thanks for being here. Sweet Burn is here. Grandma 504, Kelly Davis is here. Miss Pruitt is in the building. Lorraine Tyler is here. B. Weiser is here. C. Lewis is here. Diana Joseph is here. Lorraine Tyler is here. Cassandra D is here. Velma Sadler is here. Sunny Days is in the building. Lorraine Tyler, good. Say, love you, Caramel. Oh, thank you. Love you too. Denise Slade, thanks for being here. Big Steak is here. Let's keep going. Lisa Bell is here. Says, I'm here, friend. Yes, come on in here. I said Cassandra D. Delilah T is here. Kim Jones is in the building. Kim Yu is here. Babette Brooks is here. Reno Woods is here. Hey, Bernice Farmer is here. Betty Brockington is here. Ronnie is here. Greatness Love is here. T-So 504 is here. Sandra Smith is here. Mrs. Washington is here. Joyce Pick is here. Kelly is here. Carletta Passmore is here. Cam Libra Girl. All right, come on, Libra Girl. Lisa's World is here. Alan Ford is here. Randy Card is here. My mod, Top Flight Mod Scorpion Miss is in the building. Come on in here. Armanelle Moore is here. Kelly is here. Brown Eyes is here. Sheila Rumpf is here. Grandma 504 Wild and Out is in the building. Felicia is here. My other Top Flight mod, Rose Armstead, is in the building. Thanks for being here. Kelly Matlock is here. Say, hey, I'm ready. I know that's right. Vera Dockery is here. Felicia is here. Lies, more lies is in the building. All right, says, so this means the bird is on the show. Wrong answer. One way 4275 is in the building, okay? See, y'all trying to guess the T. Don't be trying to guess the T yet. Lies, more lies, okay? Kelly Hudson is here. Let's keep going. Shantae Mason is here. So y'all ready for the T? I know that's right. Scorpion Miss, my Top Flight models in the building. Elizabeth James is here. Said, what's up? What's up? Chilling at the house. Okay, yeah. Sandra Smith is here. Said, break it down. Caramel can't wait. Oh, you know I'm break it down, baby, like a 57 Chevy up in this bitch. All right. Still Queen Beta as a content creator. Y'all check her out. Thanks for being here, love. Annette Holden is here. Faith Williams is here. Lady Virgo is here. Tyra, my other Top Flight mom. My moms is in here deep. Y'all better not act up tonight, baby. They're gonna get y'all up out of here. All right. Put them in the headlock. I ain't mad. Roxy R is in the building. LB123 is here. All right. Candlelight is here. 221 is here. All right. Let's get into it. Do we have any new people? Oh, I see Essence 10 to 1. Hold on. Lies, more lies laughing at me. All right. This Boss Chick is in the building. Essence 10 to 1. I see you. Bernadette is in the building. Pisces 1967 is here. Tyra's in here. All right, let's get into it. So y'all see, I might do a panel tonight. Y'all want a panel? Y'all scared? Don't be scared. Come up and talk to Caramel, okay? We might do a panel because this is going to be some good talk, good discussion. We might have to go up and talk so you guys can give your take on it as well. I haven't heard from you guys in quite a while. I don't do panels regularly, but sometimes I do a panel because I want to hear what you guys have to say, what your take is, what your thoughts are on said topic that we're discussing, okay? So if you guys want to come up, I'm going to drop the link later on so you guys think about some questions while we're talking about said topic. And if you want to come up and give your take on it, your insight, or whatever you want to say, child, come on up. Let's keep it respectful and let's keep it at, let's keep it at a minute. All right, let's wrap it up because we don't want somebody just going on and on and on. All right, so let it rip rail. Everything said in the video is alleged in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. All right, So we flew through that. Let's get into this bullshit. Let's go ahead and share my screen. Or first, let me go ahead and play my clips. And then we're going to get into it. All right. So let's get that up. So this first clip I'm going to play, and I want to play the clips first so that when I start getting into the tea, y'all can be like, aha, okay. Y'all know we like visuals, honey. Let's get into it. All right. So this clip that I'm going to play for you guys is where Tisha is breaking down that on the show that, well, first she says she's not experienced any infidelities at all. And she also says that a certain cast member was trying to pay women to come on the show to expose her husband or maybe other husbands on the show. Shout out to DJ Richie Sky, because that's where we're seeing it from. All right, let's get into it.
Some of the things that they was throwing at us, I haven't dealt with it. And I felt like it was a distraction because I really wanted to talk about, some of the things we really did have to overcome within our relationship and our marriage. But infidelity wasn't one of them, So I'm like, it just wasn't my case. And then once I started having people come to me, it was like, well, we've been offered money to come on the show and said we slept with your husband. I was like, oh my God, like this
Are you serious?
Yeah, yeah. I was like, this is crazy. Like, people are really offering you money to come on this show and lie. So at that point, I was like, forget it. It's a lie. Like, now I don't believe anything.
So Tisha did an interview, and I think she did one with DJ Richie Sky, and that she had to say about that. Now, you also know whenever she said that people were paying someone to come onto the show. Now, the person they were talking about is she was referring to Melody from the show, Melody Cherie Rogers now, not Holt, honey. She dropped that. About Alonda. Y'all remember Alonda? Alonda was seen season 1, I think, and 2. She's said to be Martell Holt's cousin. She also used to do Melody's hair, and she did Tisha's hair a couple times as well. But it is said and alleged that there's some type of link to Alonda and Marceau. There were rumors going around that Marceau was maybe seeing her, some type of relationship or a situationship was going on. So Tisha and Marceau did a live. They went live on their Instagram, and they called Alonda up on the screen. You could tell she didn't want to do the live. She felt uncomfortable, but she did it anyway. She couldn't really stare into the camera as much as she should have. But they called her on their live to debunk said lies about the, I guess, infidelity rumors with Marceau and this girl. All right, Alonda. So let's go ahead and play it for you guys to refresh your memory. Then we're gonna get into these receipts. Okay, let's make it big because we like big. All right, let's get into it and let's go.
They all lied. So thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for your time.
Shout out to Lee TV.
Well, thank y'all. I was really, but thank y'all. Didn't want to do it, but I had to. So thank y'all guys.
Yeah, she was nervous, but we was all nervous about it. But we was like, enough of the lies. We're tired of people lying on us, and we just wanted to, come clean. So,
and we're just head on. And after they're gonna say they will continue to say this, they said 20 women, and not a single thing been said. But I hate the fact that this is collateral damage.
They all lied. So thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for your time.
There's no connection.
Well, thank y'all. I was really, but thank y'all. Didn't want to do it, but I had to. So thank y'all guys.
Yeah, she was nervous, but we was all nervous about this.
Let's pause. All right. So in some of the comments, this person here says that Marceau is grinning behind the scenes because he knows that he's doing it. So there's still people that think that there was something going on with Alonda. Some people feel like this live was forced. At the end of this live, he says to her, "Call me." Like, what she need to call you for? Your wife's sitting right there. Tisha's right there. The questions they were asking her, it felt like it was rehearsed, so to speak. And you could tell that she was kind of thinking of an answer, because usually if you're asking somebody a question and they're telling you the truth, it should flow right out versus you having to take this long pause and think of what you're going to say, which then makes people think that you're not being as honest as you should be. But let's continue.
But we was like, enough of the lies. We're tired of people lying on us, and we just wanted to, come clean. So,
and we're just head on. And after they're gonna say they will continue to say this, they said 20 women, and not a single thing been said. But I hate the fact that this is collateral damage.
Okay, so y'all remember that? All right, so shout out to Lee TV on that. All right, so now let me go ahead and share my screen and get up the receipts that we getting ready to look at. Y'all gonna be like, oh shit. All right, so now what we're going to be looking at, let me go ahead and describe what you guys are going to be looking at. So A certain female by the name of Deshauna Holiday. Okay. Deshauna Holiday came forward and she did an interview with this person called, she's a blogger, not Empress Radio, but her name is Empress Show. All right. She was very candid. She talked about Marceau and Tisha, some tea about them. She also spoke on some things about Melody. She also called out Ariane and some other people that were involved in this situation. I'm going to read to you this interview and the answers that she gave and what was going on. It's going to be talks of some drugs, some fake marriages, some bisexual interactions, other women, narcissistic men, etc., etc. So you guys get ready for this. People are getting tested for STDs and having to take HIV test as well. Oh my God, y'all ready for this shit? Okay, so let's get into it. Let me go ahead and share. Y'all, pardon me, I ate some salmon earlier. It was so good. Oh my God. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna share here. Y'all ready? I always like to show you guys on my screen. All right. So the woman's name, the connection to her and Martell is, she says that she has a daughter by Martell Holt from Love and Marriage Huntsville. All right. Her name is Deshauna Holiday. And she made some very explosive accusations about Martell. She knows Ariane. She knows Marceau. She knows Tisha. She actually reads Tisha down in this interview as well. And she brings a lot of clarity or I don't know. Let's get into it. So the Empress Show person, not Empress Radio. Let me make that very clear. It's not Empress Radio. There's another blogger out there named Empress Show. So let's go ahead and read into this because some of this stuff is kind of connecting to what's kind of going on now and some things that have transpired as well. Okay. Y'all ready for this? Empress Show says, if you have some time, let's discuss Love and Marriage Huntsville. I see that you've been tweeting up a storm about Martell and Marceau. So Deshauna, which is the girl who says she has a daughter by Martell Holt, says, okay, I have some time to answer a few questions, though some answers may be as long as a novel, LOL. She says, I know a lot about the cast, including fake marriages, drugs, bisexual grinder profiles, narcissistic men, and simple women. All right, so Empress Show says, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and get into it. Go ahead and get into all of it. So you mentioned that you had a daughter with Martell Holt. Is he present in her life? Okay. All right. So she says, Martell was seeing her about 2 times a month, if that. Since Saturday, though, he will not be seeing her due to the threats that he's made against me for speaking out. Now, you guys remember a while back when I did a live and I told you guys about some women that were trying to come forward about saying that they were messing with some of the guys on the show, but they were made to sign NDAs. Okay. And if they spoke about it, that it would be repercussions. You guys also remember Shan, who did the interview with Ariane and also with Martell, where she says that she was going to tell Marceau, but Marceau told her, don't you dare tell my wife or there will be repercussions, that he threatened her, so to speak. She said it. Go back and look at the interview. She says Marceau threatened her that if she ever tells Tisha about said whatever situations, that he would do something to her. Allegedly. Go back and look at the interview. All right, let's continue. She says, I will update you when possible, but I hope he never sees her. I spoke with Martell about 3 minutes today, and he called me from a different number. Anyway, he says I was breaking families up and affecting too many people, trying to scare me. Goes on to say that him and Marceau forward business calls to their phones so that it looks like business numbers are calling. This is what the girl is saying. Her name is Deshauna. All right. I spoke to someone today on the phone, and they kind of talked about some of this stuff as well. I will not reveal their name. I don't ever reveal a name. If somebody call me and give me information about something, some tea, I don't reveal them because I want more tea. That's how it's got to be. You got to have, you got to have that type of relationship with people when they're telling you shit. So your name will always remain nameless. and I told him I would do so. But let's continue. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's continue because I think I did that twice. Okay, so Empress Show then asks, what originally set you off about Martell last Saturday that sparked all of this? This person says, Martell was mad along with Cass because I said some truthful tweets. Said that he was mad because I called him a stupid serial cheater because he is running the same lines on me that he did with Ariane in the car. She knows Ariane. So Ariane been messing around Martell, knowing other women were also in the mix. Says almost same words. So he using the same lines on all of these women that he meet. She goes on to say the only difference is that he asked for paternity after the birth of my child. Said this was done because Melody found out about me. So she knows Melody. This girl, Deshauna, knows Melody. She says the bottom line is I know too much. Let's continue. All right, so let's make it a little bit bigger. So the Empress lady asks, have you met Melody? And what are your thoughts on her? Okay. So she said, so I had a way to find out who Melody was. She says that I knew a colleague that set it up so that we could talk. She goes on to say, she called and referred to me as Ariane, and her tone went left. She says, so I told her, I think we need to meet. She says, when we met, her energy changed. She says, I'm short and I'm shapely. She says, I'm not petite nor fat, and my breasts naturally are double D cups. So I'm considered attractive. She says, anyway, she says she was telling me about Ariane at the time and about the hurt that we both had. And we actually hugged and embraced each other. She says, I didn't even know that he was married when we met. So the girl said she didn't know Martell was married when she met him. So Martell's just out here acting like a single man, just meeting women and doing him. All right, so it said that Martell really is a pathological liar. And she was telling me that he has always been that way. Said that the conversation had to end, if I remember correctly, because I had to go to work and she had a meeting. She goes on to say that it was so long ago and that she was clear that they were done. And I told her where his storage was and the apartment. Y'all remember there was an apartment talk on the reunion and they denied it. Remember, Maurice said he knew nothing about it. So did Marceau. Marceau's face got real funny when they mentioned the apartment. Okay. And Martell looked at the floor and adamantly, how you say it? He denied that shit. Okay. All right. Vehemently denied it. Okay. I can speak. All right. So let's get into it. So she says that she was clear that they were done. And then I told her where his storage was and the apartment he said was him and his brother Marceau. So now he's running around telling these women that Marceau is his brother. Says that they had a bachelor pad of sorts hidden from their wives. Says, to be honest, my blood was boiling because I figured out his ways of tricking women with lies and having his mother cover for him along with other women. So Marlene was helping Martell cover up his cheating with other women, according to this woman. Does that surprise you? Does that surprise you that this woman is saying that Marlene, Martell's mother, was helping him cover up the lies and the cheating with other women? And Martell is running around telling women that Marceau is his brother. Let's continue. She says that Martell, okay, hold on. I had to make sure I got it all. Okay. So they had a bachelor's pad of some sort hidden from their wives. She says, to be honest, my blood was boiling because I figured out his ways of tricking women with lies and having his mother cover for him along with other family members. She goes on to say that a couple of times after I saw Melody at events around Huntsville and we speak like old friends, no beef. She said that we have even spoken on the phone maybe 2 or 3 times. Said that she is also aware and I know way too much dirt on her and rest of them, sorry to say. All right, so let's blow this up. So the Empress Show asks, can you tell us more about Martell's alleged criminal acts and or abusive tendencies? So she goes on to say, so one day the police had called let me back up. So one day the police had Martell outside in handcuffs in a patrol car, and I rushed outside. So apparently Martell was at this girl's house. Let's blow it up so y'all can see this. She says, one of the cops addressed me as Mrs. Melody Hope, and I just played along, but they ended up taking him. She goes on to say that they weren't clear on the reason, and I guess he fit the description. Not sure what that shit was about. She says that as the cops were leaving, one says, I'll be back for your real name, as he handed me his card, and then he winked. Goes on to say, I did not see or hear from Martell for a couple of days. So it sounds like Martell was locked up for something because he was gone for a couple of days. So I guess the recent warrant that he had, the ATM situation where he went to jail, and now we hear that he was also arrested for whatever this situation was with this particular female here. Okay, that's three times that we know of. She says, when I finally saw him, he said that he was in jail and that they thought that he robbed a liquor store or something. The hell? Martell out here robbing liquor store? Says okay, so she goes on to say that, long story short, she said that fool was out hoeing. She goes on to say that he probably only had a traffic violation and bailed out. So he actually did go to jail. It was for some type of traffic violation. She says, anyway, Martell, hold on. Hold on. Did I do that twice? Hold on. Okay. So she said, anyways, Martell, y'all bear with me, I'm sorry, thinks that he is a street dude. She goes on to say he is nothing but a boy with a oversized fake veneers. Okay. Damn. Said that most of them had work done, talking about the men on the show and the women as well, and continue to do with the money from the show for season 3. She said that so wait for season 3 if he even returns to the show. All right. So she's saying that all of them on the show had some type of work done from the money that they received from the show. So she goes on to say, as far as the ABU, she said that once Martell shook me super hard, and then he had this scary look on his face, but he knew that his life would be ended because I carry protection. Okay. So she goes on to say that I have to live my life worrying about my daughter, the same daughter she said she had by him. She says, after that, I broke it off instantly after he put his hands on her. She says that God let me know that he saved me. She says, I found out that he had a history of attempts to end his life and also thoughts about taking someone out. Now, y'all remember Melody says that Martell told her that he had been thinking about taking her out. Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember when Melody just came out and said when she and Martell had some type of situation, she took some laptops over to the house. Martell was supposed to give her some Christmas decorations, and they were going to do a trade-off with the laptops and the Christmas decorations. They got there. Martell was like, no, I changed my mind. I'm not giving them to you. They got into an argument. Melody went down the hallway. Martell then went down the hallway, grabbed a pow-pow, and she said that he came at her with a rifle type sort of pow-pow. And said that he told her that he had contemplated and thought about taking her out. Y'all remember that? All right. So she can't be lying because she's co-signing the shit that we've already heard. All right. So let's continue. She says, I found out that he had a history of attempts to end his life and also thoughts about taking someone out. She goes on to say that he's bipolar, which I see that now because he's fucking crazy. She said, I hope. And she said, I hope and pray that my daughter will not be like her dad. She goes on to say that he has also vandalized my 2 cars, and he's also destroyed another man's house and beat up a blogger. I don't know who this blogger is. She says, Ariane did a video with that blogger from my understanding. Let's see. Okay, hold on. She said, Ariane did a video with that blogger from my understanding. She said, Martell tried to say that he built my house, but really all he did was made a recommendation to another company. Because I know he don't know how to build shit. She goes on to say that he's been rude and abusive to Melody as well. And he told her once that she's lucky that he came back to her at all after being with me. Because, y'all see it on my screen, because I'm really curvy, okay? So Martell really like curvaceous women, according to what this lady is saying. She said that he actually got Ariane a butt job. Now, y'all just heard Martell say the other day on the live, when he and Ariane went live, that Ariane was fully natural. She's all natural, no enhancements or anything done to her body. But this lady here is saying that Martell actually bought Ariane a butt job, okay? She said that this didn't start with me because he's been cheating. Woo, child. This is juicy. Let's continue. So the Empress Show asks her, how do you know Marceau? And why are you angry at him if you share a child with Martell? She goes on to say, Deshauna, which is her name, Marceau has done disrespectful things in his past. She says that since his weight loss and liposuction, who knew that? Said that he really started acting flirtatious. She said that Martell was okay with it. So he was trying to be flirtatious with the girl that Martell was seeing. And he knew that Martell was seeing this girl. So he was trying to holler at her too. Just like Ariane was saying that Marceau would be trying to be touchy-feely with her. And he also tried to holler at her sister as well. So this is Ariane. So she said that they're both bums who share women. Let's continue. Let's move to the next one. All right. Let's move it up. All right, she says that they're both bums who share women. Okay. Now go back to Destiny's Big D Energy event when they were under the shelter and Martell was screaming and hollering at Marceau and Tisha. And he said, women that we up together, women that we shared. And then Martell also says that Marceau have slept with women behind him. So this woman here is co-signing that Martell and Marceau are both bums who share women. She says, my issue is with Marceau is he and his wife have been harassing me since Saturday. She says that he doesn't even work, that he just stays on the phone. Hold on. Let's make it bigger. That he just stays on the internet all day playing games, finding women instead of working. She said that this is why he has so much time to find the accounts of all those phone numbers that were calling him last night. She goes on to say that his kid's mother is sending me stuff in my DMs too. So it sounds like Tisha was messaging this woman once she might have found her number in Marceau's phone or something of that sort. And she began messaging this woman. So she's saying that Tisha continued sending her stuff and was harassing her. So it goes on to say that other people are sending me stuff that's public knowledge, but I'm the only one telling the truth. And that's why I'm getting threatened. She says, and he called me from Shout and I posted his number. Y'all hear this shit? No. So the Empress lady on here is not Empress Radio. It's this lady named Empress Show. Okay. So there's Empress Radio and then there's Empress Show. Okay. So it's not the same person. So just to let you guys know. Oh my God, it's 800 and something in the chat. Let's continue. This shit crazy. All right. So she goes on to say, so Empress Show then asks, that's a lot of speculation that Marceau is unfaithful to Tisha. How do you know that? And does he really have a fourth child outside of his marriage? So Deshauna then says that he has a 4-year-old son named Christian. He was messing with Alonda, the hairdresser. Y'all remember Alonda? I just showed y'all the video of her in the live with Tisha and Marceau. All right, said that he was messing with Alonda, the hairdresser. Said that Melody is exposed for sleeping with Marceau. And that's the crazy part about them doing that video together, denying it. The video I just showed y'all, okay? She said that they have a kid together. So she's saying, Deshauna is saying that Marceau and Alonda have a child together. Y'all remember Alonda said on the video I just showed you guys that she did not want to do the video. And some of the questions, it sound like Marceau was kind of coaching her in terms of her answers, all right? She said, I had run-ins with Tisha and Marceau in a store, and Martell was with me once, and he introduced who I was, all right? Let's continue. So these guys are introducing allegedly women to other women that they're messing with. Okay. So she goes on to say, I had run-ins with Tisha and Marceau in stores, and Martell was with me once, and he introduced who I was. She said Tisha was acting all nervous and staring at my body. She said that Marceau didn't want her to really be introduced because I know about chicks who had abortions from him and Martell. So is this why there were y'all know that they went and had themselves clipped so they can't have any more kids? Y'all remember that on the show? Y'all remember they had the clips on the show where they got the peens clipped so they can't have no more kids. So this girl here is saying that Marceau did not want her to really be introduced because I know about chicks who had abortions from him and Martell. She goes on to say that I'm talking from fast food workers, maids, liquor store people, ice cream place, and more. So this girl is saying that girls who work fast food, maids, girls who work at liquor stores, girls who work at ice cream parlors, and more. She says, I told you about the ice cream story, didn't I? She says, as far as Tisha and I, her and her mom in places, even with Marceau, but she doesn't remember. She said, I see her and her mom in places, even with Marceau, but she doesn't remember. She says, I keep my hair done nice. She says, I'm stylish, some say. She says, I'm not like Wanda with 3 different hairstyles at once. So apparently she knows Wanda. Damn. Okay. All right. So, hold on. She says, there's a list of reasons why. There's a list of reasons why Marceau is scared besides the fact that he doesn't take care of his son. She goes on to say that I don't want to bash the baby's mom, but she gets no support or anything from Marceau. Deshauna goes on to say that Marceau has kicked her ass and his wife Tisha's ass as well. Wow. That's a strong allegation. She said that he hits his wife on the regular. This is what Deshauna is saying. I'm not saying this. This is Deshauna, the girl that was messing with Martell, alleged. All right. She goes on to say that Martell has told me numerous times, and I tried. Let's continue. She said, Martell has told me numerous times, and I tried to put himself on a pedestal. Hold on. Martell has told me numerous times and tried to put himself on a pedestal. He thinks he's better than Marceau. We see that on the show, right? We see that on the show where Martell thinks that he's better than Marceau. And the two of them continuously compete with who's better than the other. All right. So she says that Tisha befriends people too easy and brings women around for Marceau to cheat with without her knowledge. So it's given that she has friends maybe that she bring around and thinks that they're friends, and then they wind up messing with Marceau is what this girl is saying, allegedly. Okay. So do you guys remember when we talked about the makeup artist that was alleged to have been sleeping with Marceau in some room at Black? There was a rumor going around about that. And the makeup artist wound up going to jail and all these other things. But this makeup artist, she did Tisha's makeup at the reunion, and I think she also did Wanda's makeup at the reunion as well, because she went live, I think, with Tisha and Wanda at one of the reunions for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Why I can't remember her name right now is so beyond me. Jasmine, that's her name. Her name is Jasmine. Jasmine is the girl who used to be Tisha's makeup artist. But according to Deshauna, she's saying that Tisha befriends a lot of these women and bring them around, not knowing that Marceau is having some type of relations with these girls. She says that he sleeps with white girls too. You guys know I told you guys about the white girl that used to work with him at the movie theater named Lindsay. Okay. She said that Martell likes Black women, but ghetto women and women who can be dependent or need him for something. Who that sound like? Y'all put it in the chat. Y'all put it in the chat who that describes. She says Martell likes Black women, but ghetto women and women who can be dependent or need him for something. Put in chat who y'all think that is before we move on. Y'all on y'all shit, okay? 9:44 watching. Hot damn. Ooh, woo. Shit. All right, so let's see. Maurice gets thrown into this. Oh my God. So Empress Show is asking, to your knowledge, does Maurice cheat as well? Y'all fist the gag on this shit. Y'all better gag. So Deshauna then says, as far as Maurice, the answer is yes. She says, every single main person on the show I have dirt on. And she says she has dirt on Melody as well. She says, I know people think that she is the sunshine girl, but they all have dirt. This is what Deshauna is saying. Says that Kimmy has called around asking about Maurice's whereabouts. All right. Y'all know Kimmy. Y'all remember when that whole DUI situation with Maurice went down. Kimmy said she went here, she went there. She was calling around looking for Maurice. Y'all remember she couldn't find him because he was out. She said he does like to stay out late at night. She just goes home and goes to bed instead of waiting up because she got to go to work the next morning. Okay. Y'all remember that? All right. So she said that him and his wife, meaning Kiowa, y'all remember Kiowa from the show. So she says Maurice and his wife Kiowa were having issues, but they were trying to work it out. But once Kimmy stepped into that marriage, it was a wrap. Woo. She says that she had a reputation until she got married, and that's all I'm going to say. So this girl is saying that before Maurice got with Kimmy, that Kimmy had some type of bad reputation out in them streets. Maybe she was like a loose girl. I don't know. But according to what she's saying, she says that she had a reputation until she got married, and that's all I'm going to say. Okay. So she said that that's why Melody didn't want her touching on Martell. Y'all remember that on the show? Where Melody didn't want Kimmy all up on Martell. Kim was out, he's a good dude. He's a good dude. Y'all remember that? Mm-hmm. All right. So she said Melody knows a lot about these men. She says they all cheat, including LeBarrett. So she says that's why him and Destiny were having so many issues. Okay. So maybe he was stepping out while Destiny was stepping out. Okay. He's probably like, it's going to be a 2-for-1 out here, bitch. You cheating, so am I. All right. So she goes on to say that Martell had me around all of his friends, and he even used to bring me chicken sometimes. She said, so we all knew about each other being with other women. That's how I know his friends. Y'all remember Marceau knew about Ariane. He knew about Ariane's sister, and he knew about Shan, and all of them know about the girls behind the scenes, according to what we've seen thus far. So she can't be lying about that. Let's continue. All right. Okay, so I did that twice. Let's keep going. All right, so the Empress Show then asked, can you elaborate on any dirt that you have on Melody? Oh, boy. All right, so she says before the show, she had her own apartment. I think we knew that because Melody mentioned that on the show. Remember? She said she had already moved out from Martell because she had found out he was doing all this cheating or whatever. So she moved out. They went through like this brief separation. She got her own apartment. So that's true. So what she's saying here is true. Mel did move out and get her own apartment. So she said before the show, she had her own apartment and she was doing her. And they decided to fake getting back together for the show. All right. So you guys remember I told y'all that it was said that Melody told the cast not to tell anyone or not to mention on the show that she and Martell were separated and that, you know, they were going to, I guess, do this united front on the show to show that they were still together so that the show could go on because, this, you know, they were going through shit behind the scenes, but it was time for them to film the show. So they had to, you know, be together on the show to make it seem or appear that they were still married. So she says that everyone in Huntsville knows that they were not together. She says that Marceau and Melody have some type of sexual tension in that episode, as I know that they had sex a few times, and that's why Tisha is angry with her. I don't know. I don't know. Now I'm just reading to you guys what Deshauna is saying. This is not what Caramel is saying. All right. This shit crazy. So she says, let me read again. She says, Marceau and Melody have sexual tension in that episode, as I know that they had sex a few times, and that's why Tisha is angry with her. I don't know if that's true or not, but this is what she's saying. She says, Marceau used to be chubby before lipo, and Melody was helping him get into shape. Okay, this is what she's saying. Yikes. All right. So she says that they were spending a lot of time together. And then one time they left the bar together and never went to their individual homes. And Martell was mad. So do you guys remember on the reunion when they were talking about that Miss Van called Marceau to go over to Mel and Martell's house? That's when Melody got upset about Ariane calling and said, put Martell on the phone. I didn't call to speak to you. They got into this huge argument because that's when Melody found out that Martell was cheating and that he was messing with Ariane. Miss Van sent Marceau over there to check on Melody. So he says that he got Melody out of the house and then they went down the street, I think to Chick-fil-A or something like that. When Martell got on stage and said that he felt like something was going on between Marceau and Melody. And Melody was like, no, never. I would never do anything like that. I never mess with Marceau. Then Tisha was like, Marceau was then saying something about that we went to go get some drinks so that Melody could calm down. And then Tisha kind of looks at him like, when y'all going to get some drinks? I didn't know nothing about that. So I was like, but Melody said, no, they did not go. Marceau said, no, they didn't go get drinks today. I think they sat in the parking lot and they talked to calm Melody down because she was like on 10 after finding out that Martell was messing with Ariane and she was calling his phone repeatedly because she answered the phone. She said, the reason that I know Martell was over visiting the baby and Tisha called asking about Marceau's whereabouts and hinting around asking where Melody was. She says, Melody is dating a football player now, as far as I know. I've never heard of that, but okay. All right, so let's continue. Oh, God, this next part. Jesus. This next part. All right, so y'all ready for this? She said, what do you think about Ariane Curry? She said, you mentioned that they moved in together recently. How does that make you feel? So Deshauna then responds by saying, let me blow it up a little bit. She says, I have no reason to feel a way about her living with him. She says that maybe he will get his truck fixed that's been sitting for months. A Martell truck was broke down. She says, I guess renting out his home to people didn't work. Ha, ha, ha. She says, plus, he can take care of his kids and stop depending on his mother and others. Y'all remember Mrs. Marlene was saying she was tired of watching them kids, so. She says, again, my daughter was born before they ever thought of creating a show. So the show came on 2018, 2019. This is 2025. Y'all do the math in terms of how old this child may be. Okay. So she says that I was done with him after he burned me with an STD. She's talking about Martell. Shit. That means this motherfucker ain't wearing no condoms when he out here. And once I found out about Melody, I confronted him by putting my piece to his head, if you know what I mean. She said that he even got me a ring, and I thought that we were engaged until I found out that he was already married. Golly. She says, I took an HIV test, which was negative, thankfully, but it was very embarrassing. Damn. So this girl was out here taking STD and HIV tests, running behind Martell, according to her. She said that I had to take 3 tests since we were having unprotected sex. They had a trucking business, so he would come and see me some days and then go to see Ariane a few days, and there were more women from my knowledge. Okay. I told y'all about the woman in DC when Martell paid her $6,000 and she wanted to have a baby with him. I already covered that. We know about Belinda. We know about another woman in Atlanta. I can go down the list. Let's keep going now. This shit crazy. She says the grand opening at Black that aired on the finale. She says Ariane was actually there at the finale. She says Melody was there too at the same place, which seems crazy, but it's no surprise to me because Melody always knew about the other women and looked the other way. She says Ariane has been around Martell for like 7 years now. Golly. So Empress Show then asked, the people want to know if you have any proof to back up your statements. She says, as far as the people wanting proof, she says that I have posted messages of what I can. She says that the cast knows what I say is real. She says, I'm not posting anything because my daughter's name may be in it. She says, my real name or my job, etc. She says that I cannot jeopardize my life by trusting anyone with that information. She said that she said those were my dogs actually in the video that he did recently when he coached his children. So did he have the children around this woman for her dogs to be around him? So if she was there, she said she was there, her dogs were in some live that Martell was in when he was coaching the kids doing something. She said those were her dogs in the background. So it sounds like Martell has had his kids around these women as well. She says, let's keep going. In the beginning of the video, hold on, I lost my spot. This shit's so crazy, y'all. Hold on. Okay, so she said, those are my dogs in the video he did recently when he coached his children. She says, in the beginning of the video, he looked to the side and said, good morning, when my dogs barked. She says, I was there to drop off some paperwork. She goes on to say that also the number I exposed Marceau calling to threaten me turned out to be legit. So it's sounding like she's trying to say that, you know, if she were to speak up or to reveal things, that she's being threatened by the guys on the cast in order to be quiet. We also heard Shan say the same thing, like I said, in her interview with Ariane, that she was threatened that if she said anything or if she told Marceau's wife, which we know to be Tisha, that, you know, something might happen. Okay, this shit crazy. All right. She says, how are you doing with everything? She says, I'm not sitting around crying about Martell since I've gone on to have productive relationships. She said that my daughter has good men as well as role models in her life. She says, I do not want to note the blogger all about the tea. She says it never even interviewed me. She said that she made a boring video reading my tweets and then turned on me. She says, when I said something wasn't accurate, so I appreciate you reaching out. She goes on to say that I want people to know about keeping women safe from these narcissistic men. She said that I have done different venues for spreading enlightenment on the dangers of ABUs. She said, this is why I spoke out in the first place, because I want people to know what kind of man Martell is. All right, so they says that, well, we are glad to have you. Thanks for your time. She said, no problem. Thanks for having me and being professional, unlike Kenya Harrison from All About the Tea. So she's upset that this person was not professional when she interviewed her. I have some more stuff. This is not it. What do you guys think so far about what we've heard? What do you guys think so far about what we've heard? This is a lot. I know it's a lot to take in. I'm going to do a panel because I want some of you guys to come up and give me your take on what y'all think about some of the things we've heard. All right. So child, she should have stayed quiet. Oh my God. I hope she's safe. All right. Because she told a lot and she ain't done. Because there's more. All right. Let's get into, let me share my screen. Child. So we need a jam session. Say no more. All right. Y'all can't get on here and get my tea. We got over 1,000 and something people in here. So y'all ain't gonna come here and get my tea and not hit my like. So let's hit the like button. All right. Thank you. Got over 1K for building. back. And we're back. Moms, can y'all give me an update on my likes, please? Hope you guys enjoyed that little bop while we were waiting for the likes. I see the you guys please go out and come back in. Go out and come back in. I see black women in the building. What's up? Said now, girl, that sounds like Martell talking. So it sounds like the little girl may be around 7 or 8 years old now, is what it sounds like. If she was born around the time that the show started, because the show started, what, 2018? It sounds like. I got 485. We got 953 people in my chat. Let's get the likes up, guys. We have a lot of people that's sitting just listening. I don't mind if y'all come over and listen, but at least hit the like, okay? Like, at least hit the like. I know we got a lot of trolls. We got a lot of subby secretaries sitting in there. Like, y'all, please go ahead and hit the like, please. Okay. All right, so let's continue. Let's continue. All right, because this girl was not done talking. So let's go ahead and share. All right, let's go ahead and share the rest. And then I'm going to get out of here because I am ready to have some time to myself. Today has been a lot. All right, so as you guys can see, this is her name up here, Deshana. Deshana Holiday says, FYI, a call was reported from a disturbance inside my home in the evening. I was just coming back in with people. She said, police asked if I had a pow and etc. Then they left. She said, this mofo is not stopping until he can shut me up or try to take away my daughter. Maniacs don't stop. What a shame. She's talking about Martell. So he's continuing to threaten her because she chose to speak out in that interview. Okay. Y'all hear that? So she continues by saying, you destroy my cars. She's talking to Martell. You think that I'm going to call you or ask you anything. She said that, Martell, you know me better than that. I will eat dirt and make sure mine is good no matter what. Sit there with Marceau and Tisha and etc. Laugh and deny. Everyone knows all y'all scum. She said, I just confirmed to the world. Let's get ready to rumble. Shit. All right. So she goes on to say, let me do it. It's her again, Deshana. She says, I don't bash the police, but I met some officers today, real assholes. Celebrity status over a hardworking mother should never be a factor. Oh, he wouldn't do this. He is this and that. Fuck them officers. Then one says, you're beautiful, just make up with him, saying make up with Martell, said F the police. Now y'all know Martell used to work down at the jail, so these are probably officers that he knows, that probably he was, probably told what was going on, and they probably taunting her. So she's saying to protect and serve, hashtag love and marriage Huntsville. So these officers appear to be trolling her. All right, so did I do it twice? Okay, yeah. So she says something about I'm not going to tell, something about what you did. Let me get you correct on a few things. She said it really quick so you can retract. First of all, I have been done, that's what she meant to say, with Martell for years. She says, I mean completely done, no creeping. She said that my baby was not made in Alabama, first of all. And I had my house built here due to starting 2 businesses in Alabama. She said the state I lived in before is where, and then it cuts it off. Okay, hold on. Okay, the state that I lived in, let me blow it up. The state that I lived in before is where my baby, hold on, y'all, was made with Martell. She says, I did not know that he was married. She says, hell, he was with me all the time. As far as, she said, as for house being built, he didn't do it for me. She said, I went through the company that he was working with before I knew him. He acts like he put the bricks and nails in. She said, as soon as I found out that he was married, he was toast. She says, no delays, no nothing. She said, his wife knew about me way before the show started. Wow. Wow. She said that my daughter was born way before the show started. She said, so get it right. She said it was in the messages. She says, some you missed over and again out of order. She says, I do not live in the hood, or have I ever lived in the hood. She said that there is nothing wrong with me living in the hood. I think that's what she meant. She says that I am a professional too. And it too, she said, I am a professional to me years. That don't make no sense. It took me years to get all my degrees. That's what she meant. She said that I have patience and I'm not a nurse. She says, put 2 and 2 together. Maybe you will get 50 cents. She said that my house has 5 bedrooms, actually 6. One room is an office, and she said I am a hold on. Okay, I am self-made. I'm proud of it. She says that my daddy doesn't live with me, but he was in town to check on me. FYI, I never said I'm in Huntsville. She says I could live right across the darn tracks. She says I have been very non-specific about a lot of things. Do not compare me to your thug brother. She's talking about Martell brother. Said I could have in the past been offered to be on a Bravo show way before Martell. She says again, I was not no fucking side chick. She says, I lived in another state and knew nothing about her. She says, I knew his whole lying fucking family and even met his sorry ass daddy who made him the bitch that he is. Well, damn. Shit. Okay. She says, I'm only addressing you because if someone cusses does not mean they're from the ghetto. She says, I'm not even going to name drop on celebrities who are filthy. She said that Martell and his threats bring out the worst in me. So it sounds like he's been threatening her a lot because she's been saying, hey, I'm sick of this shit. I'm exposed and I'll talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. So she's being threatened by Martell to keep her mouth shut. She goes on to say that now you can let your panel know that watching that last fucking episode, what he said to Ariane on the phone was the same thing he said to me, and he waited until my child was born to get a paternity test. So y'all remember on the show a few seasons back when they had Ariane's voice on there when Martell was riding around in his car and he was telling Ariane he didn't think that Knox was his and that he wanted a paternity test. So she says, oh, that sounds familiar because he said the same shit to me and he waited until my child was born to get a paternity test. So she's saying that her daughter is Martell's. She says, okay. The only reason is because Mel knew about me from my understanding, but he never told about the baby girl that I had. No. She says, again, this is before the freaking show. She says, you and your panel, all due respect, but y'all can tell me, or y'all can't tell me that you don't cuss people out and let them have it. She said, you all see what the fuck Martell is, a lunatic. She says that the pow pow wasn't pointed to his head. It was painted to his other head, or pointed to his other head, meaning down there. She said that there is nothing good about me. She said there's nothing good about me. She says I am licensed to carry and licensed to work in a couple of states. She says I have an impeccable resume. I don't want anything but peace right now. She said I was sticking up for the slow ass Ariane. Damn. Imagine somebody else calling her slow when she called everybody slow. She says, again, I'm not a child. She says, I'm actually older than Martell. She says, and I'm very mature. She said, I respect people if they respect me. She says, my Monday was hell because of Martell. She says that you and the panel can catch up on my tweets. She says, I'm sorry for any typos. All right, so she says that my DMs and threads are full of positive people who have overcome a narcissist. She says, I am inspired and blessed, and God bless you all. Spreading hope and love is beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for inspiring me. She says, SM isn't just for gossip. It's to uplift. Social media isn't just for gossip. It's to uplift and help each other. She said, if you need help, post on my page with your state and someone maybe local who can help you. She said, I'm not on every men, but I have several that I have received several inspirational messages on from people who left their toxic situation. Continue. She says, hey, a couple of you in my DMs are in need of help. She said, I don't know what state you are in to give you the exact info. Please call 911 for immediate assistance with instructions. I replied, praying for you. So I think she's talking about women maybe going through DV. All right. She says, furthermore, I have said it more than once. I don't give a F about what no one thinks. I explained with every morsel of a detail, but I was not involved knowingly with a married man in the state I was residing. She says, grow the F up or get blocked. Just like that. Continued. She goes on to say that my head is a journal. It was filled with trash. I keep it in a can, but I can surely dump it on social media. You stupid ass Tisha. So now she's addressing Tisha. She said, you stupid ass Tisha, as I said to you numerous times in tweets, nobody likes you. Stop making fake accounts, biatch. You illiterate. Focus on your speech classes. Oh, shit. Okay. Yikes. So, I'm sorry, y'all. Damn. So she says, shh, Sharon, don't make me laugh when I'm checking a bitch. She says that I have to be careful what I write. Remember, hashtag Tisha can't articulate. Hashtag Love and Marriage Huntsville. And then she has the laughing emoji down there. So she goes on to say, this is Deshauna Love Holiday. That's her name. She says, well, my break is almost over. Let me cleanse my mind and get back to the bag. She says, to all you at Martell Holt lovers. So she's adding him. Continue your attacks and threats. I think the pick-me's are coming after her. And I think Tisha may have said something in a comment because she checks Tisha. She says, I may be back later with a few nuggets. She says, get the honey mustard out your DICK or bring your dip, Tisha. At Marcel Scott, nasty mofo. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Ooh, so she goes on to say, word of advice for the day. Once you dip, you don't re-dip, you bite. She says, remember, I taught you that at Martell Holt. She's asking him. She said that your bruh at Marcel Scott better recognize you blue ball having bitches. Oh, she got a mouth on her, don't she? Oh my Lord. She says, on the regular, I have too much on my plate. Again, when I made time to tweet about TV shows, it was fun. As I said, things went left because I was telling on them, sorry ass demons, Marceau and Martell. I can do the whole freaking cast of, and then some, if they keep up the bullshit. Oh my God. She on ready, y'all. Okay. So these are all of her messages. So she had time, baby. She read the fuck out of Marceau. She read Tisha. She read Martell. She talked about everybody. She obviously knows Ariane, and all these women is running around Martell. If that's true, and she had to go get HIV and STD test, they might want to go get tested as well, because it sounds like a lot of shit was going on. I mean, god darn. That's a lot. All right, so I'm going to drop the link because I am interested to see. It's 1,035 people in here. OMG. I'm going to drop the link to see what you guys feel, what you guys have to say about the things that you guys heard in this. Do you guys believe it? Do you guys, I'm just drop the link. All right, let me drop the link and you guys can tell me what you guys think. All right, because OMG, I want to hear from you guys. And we don't do panels often, so I'm very, very interested in what y'all have to say. All right. So let's get into it. There's my link. All right, let's come up. Let's be respectful. Let's keep it under 1 minute. Okay, everybody come up. Let's keep it under 1 minute. All right, let's keep it under 1 minute. Please hit the link. Let's come up and talk. Don't be afraid. I ain't gonna cuss nobody out. Ain't nobody gonna be disrespected. And please do not come up and disrespect my chat. Let's keep all comments and or discussions under 1 minute when you come up. Okay. All right. So are we waiting? Hey, Mocha's Cafe and Lounge. Hi. All right, so yes, y'all come up. I'm dropping the link. Go ahead and tap on that link. Come up. Make sure your devices are connected. All right. I'm interested to see what you guys have to say. All right. Anybody want to come up? So you doing your thing, Camille? I appreciate it. Yeah. Say Elma is interested. Okay, hit the link. Do I need to drop it again? I'll post it again. Just tap on the link and then come up. I'll see you, then I'll bring you up. Okay, that's the link. Yeah, this is crazy. I'm still kind of gagging. Some of this stuff that that we talked about, it kind of ties into some of the things that we've seen on the show and some of the things that Melody has also talked about on her lives most recently, about some of the things with Martell and some of the things with Ariane and just some other things, period. She mentions, and how would this girl know that unless she knows the cast? I mean, shit, how would she know that Martell contemplated trying to take out Melody, and Melody came back and confirmed that? I mean, we saw the guys on the show going to get snip so that they couldn't have any more kids. This lady here, she made mention to some things as related to that. How would she know that unless she knows these guys? All right. Anybody want to come up though? We still got over 1,000 in the chat. Somebody said like button pressed. I appreciate it. Why are you so scared? I do not bite. Okay, I do not bite. Y'all don't want to come up? Say no more. Y'all don't want to come up? Hey, it's fine. I'm gonna get out of here if y'all don't want to come up. Let's see. We got 994. Child. Nobody want to come in and say this is some great tea? Absolutely. I've been sitting on this shit all day. I said, oh my God, I got to hurry up and get home. They said, when was this interview done? This interview was done a couple years ago. Okay. Mm-hmm. But it's amazing how she knows everyone on the cast. And she even mentions Wanda. So she's seen Wanda, or maybe she talked to her before. I don't know. She said, hey, I don't wear 3 hairstyles like Wanda. So she's maybe seen her or maybe know of her. I was just like, ooh. So she's speaking on what she saw and what Hotel told her. She's had interactions with Martell, and she says she knows Marceau as well. She said some very personal things about them that she would only know if she were around them and or knew them. Okay. She says that she has a daughter by Martell. So Martell running around saying he got 5 beautiful children. He ain't mentioned nothing about this child here. So my thing is, are you trying to keep this under wraps and you don't want anybody to know about said person to where people start asking questions? But my thing is, if you're on a reality show, people are going to dig into your life and they're going to find things out. Okay. This girl is also say that Marceau has a has a child. Hi, beautiful warrior queen. How are you?
Hi, Caramel.
Hey, love. How are you?
I'm fine. And how are you today, beautiful?
I am good. Thanks for coming.
Hi, Caramel.
Hey.
I'm fine. And how are you today?
I am good. How do you feel about what we just talked about?
Well, all I could say was, well, damn.
Right.
I'm sitting here, my husband and I were big fans of the Caramel Rail Show. I tell you, if my grandmother was still alive, she would love you because I believe she speaks through you. All the things you say, all her sayings, you be hitting it, girl. All my grandmother's sayings, you be hitting them.
Thank you so much.
As my husband and I are sitting here, we like the part about Martell being described as a lunatic because he surely is a nutball. Yes. And it is sad to say that I do believe that Marceau has a thing for Mel. Now, I'm not going to say, in my opinion, that they actually went over and did over the line and, took it somewhere further. But I think Marceau does. I think he really does have a thing for Mel. He likes Mel. I believe he was a little disgusted at the way that Martell has been treating her. Mm-hmm. And I believe a lot of the things that this woman wrote about were valid. I believe at least 99% of the things that she spoke of in those social media messages. I believe it. I do. Yeah. I believe it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let me say this right quick. Felicia, I see you trying to come up. It says that your device is not connected. Can you please connect your device and try to come back up again? Okay. All right. I'm gonna drop you down and then reconnect your device and try to come back. Okay. If there's anybody else that want to come up, you're welcome to. There's the link. Okay. You can go ahead and finish, Miss Beautiful Warrior Queen. Did you have more you wanted to say?
Yeah, I just love your lives, Caramel. You had me cracking up. I'd like to start my day with you, beautiful, and keep up the good work. You're one of my favorite content creators, and I've been watching and following you for a very long time. Just want to give you your flowers. Want to give you your flowers, girlfriend. You doing the darn thing. And just keep on doing what you're doing. Love you with the love of Christ, and just keep on doing what you're doing, girl. Because you my day one, number one.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Have a good day, okay?
You too, Caramel.
All right. All right, black women in the building. Come on, baby. What you got to say?
What's up, Relly Rail? Okay, this is all I got to say. I believe her, and I remember when this happened. It was like a big thing, and I believe her. I believe, like the first lady said, 99% of it. And I'm not just saying this because I love me some Mel, but how do you not know Martell is married, not know Mel, finally get to meet Mel, but then you know that this is going on between Mel and Marceau, and Mel was at Black with Arion? I don't believe none of that. That sounds like Martell. And we do know that Martell pillow talk because we see it from Coleslaw.
Mm-hmm.
But that other stuff, I do believe it. I do believe it because they ran out there, got them vasectomies. What y'all getting vasectomies for? Who y'all gonna get pregnant? But y'all
Mm-hmm.
wives.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of stuff I do, but that about, oh yeah, and we do know that Marceau, we can tell that Marceau got some type of love for Melody, just the way he look at her and everything. But come on,
Mm-hmm.
lady. Come on. A lot of the stuff you saying, boo, Martell done already spilt that out. We done already seen Martell acting like Mel slept with Marceau, and Mel had to check all them on that reunion stage. But everything
Right.
else, yeah, I believe her. I
Right.
believe her. So you got Wanda running around in the hearse, running behind Marceau.
Mm-hmm.
If your
Mm-hmm.
husband wasn't doing stuff, why's your mother running behind him? Why are you crying because he spoke to the girl Kaya in the red dress?
I remember that.
So something was going on. The midday surprise, something is going on.
Come on.
But you and everybody else business instead of your own.
Come on.
Yeah. But that's it, Rel. I'm going back in the chat.
Ooh, child, you spilled some good tea. That was good, honey. Yes, ma'am. All right.
All
Thank you
right.
for
Thank
coming
you
up.
for having me.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Right. Nobody else want to come up? Y'all see, it's harmless. Come on up and talk. Okay. Come on up. Come on up. Say, speak on it. I know that's right. Come on up. Somebody else come up and let me see. Let me get your interpretation of what you guys feel. All right, Felicia, if you want to come up, it keeps saying that your device is not connected. I'm interested to hear what you have to say. Try to connect your device and try to come up again, okay? All right, there's the link. If anyone else wants to come up and speak, you are welcome to do so. Let's try to keep it under 1 minute so that everyone else that may want to come up has a chance as well, okay? We have 9:15 in the chat. Shout out to you. We had over 1,000 and something over here. Try to get Miss T. I ain't mad at it. But y'all can come on up, honey. Let's get into it. It said, put on your red dress and step in your high heels. What did you talk about? What are you talking about, girl? Okay. They said, and let's see, let's read some comments. It said, and Lies More Lies said that, and CK, meaning Carlos King, allowed them to deflect off them and discuss everyone else's stuff, period. And period. Okay, let's read some comments. It says, I don't believe that Mel was at Black either. Said that she wasn't fooling with them at the time. Okay. All right. So Charlene W says that pretty much everything that she said we had already heard. Mm-hmm. All right. So Mo Better says that Tisha stated that she and Marceau built 3 hotels in Huntsville. I'm curious to know the names. You do? Okay. So let's see. Scorpion Miss says that Tisha had a conniption over the lady in the red. Yeah, she had a whole fit over that lady in dress, child. All right, so let's get Miss Dewana Brown up. Hi, Miss Dewana.
Hey, Carol, I didn't know my whole name was going to show. I usually go by D Brown.
Okay,
Listen,
D Brown. Come on, D Brown.
you're also one of my favorites, okay? I
I
listen
appreciate
to you out when I can, and I'm glad I caught alive. But I was listening to your review today,
it.
and I believe, like the rest of the ladies, about 99% of what she says, I just don't see Melody being attracted to Marceau like that. That's
Neither.
one of the things that I didn't believe. And I
Mm-hmm.
know that some of the stuff that Melody has already said that she knew that
Mm-hmm.
Marceau has been cheating on her, and she admitted it even before they got married.
Yeah.
Why she married him now, that's something that's between her and God and him. I don't know.
Mm.
But I believe that, and as far as her when she moved into an apartment and people can trying to condemn her for having an affair or whatever, she
Mm-hmm.
would have been a fool not to have one. Okay,
I believe it.
I'm glad to know that she didn't wasn't just sitting around like everybody thinks and not getting something out there like he was doing. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's one of those cases where I can show you better than I can tell you.
There you go. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so when people start want to try to condemn that girl for going out and getting somebody that can show her something, and you got a fool that's not only stupid,
Mm.
but he's a criminal. He's got a criminal reprobate mind. That's what I want to say. He does, and she
Yeah.
had no business getting with him in the first place. And I know that maybe he had to be in her life so she could have her children. But
Mm.
other than that, I don't condemn her for anything that she's done. But I don't believe that I just don't see it in my head. And usually I can kind of figure those things out, that I just don't see her seeing him as attractive. I really don't.
Yeah.
And he was fat too. No.
Not even fat. Yeah, he was
No.
chunky. Yeah, he was.
I don't see it. And so but she seems to have a whole lot of and she said that Mel didn't know about that little girl. But if you remember, they had said something before. Somebody else said that Martell had more than that out there.
I heard that as
Kids
well.
out there too. I remember them saying that he had quite a few children out there in those
Mm-hmm.
Huntsville streets or
Mm-hmm.
wherever he's having these kids at. There's something wrong with him. And for Marlene to sit up there and approve of everything she was doing and hiding and cloaking for him, and that girl was helping her out like she was financially, she needs to be ashamed of herself. She
Oh
really
yeah.
does,
Oh yeah.
you know. And I used to like Marlene, and then I hear, the more I hear about her, the less I like her. But I guess having Martell as a son, what could I expect from the mom? Okay.
Absolutely. You nailed
And
it.
so, I just, the girl, I guess Huntsville must be very small for them to be playing around and doing the stuff they do. Does anybody really work?
Right. And they working. Not at the job though.
No, they're working at something. But listen, thank you for letting me come on. I just had to make a comment this time. I usually try to stay in the back in the bushes, say my little stuff, and go on about my business, but I
I
had to.
appreciate you coming up. Thank you so much. You have a good day, okay?
Okay, and you do. I'm getting ready to go to the football game. Okay.
Well, enjoy. Enjoy. All right.
All righty. Now, how do I get off of this? Wait a minute. This is
I'll drop you down. Okay. How you doing, Miss Rhonda?
Hi, I love your show. I can't wait to hear everything. When you pop up on my screen, I run to listen. I
Uh,
believe what she said. I believe mainly everything she said. But I want to know because I didn't catch it all. Did she mention anything about Destiny, knowing
the
her?
only thing she mentioned is that LeBerick was out cheating on Destiny, which is why they were having so many problems in their marriage because there was some infidelity between the two of them too, is what she mentioned. But we also know about the whole situation with Destiny still kind of finagling with Moses because she was sending Moses pictures of the baby, which is why LeBerick decided not to be with her no more, thinking that there might have been some issues with the paternity of the baby because it was said that there had to be like 2 or so paternity tests done for their child. So
Right.
maybe both of them were cheating, is from what it sounds like now.
And I kind of vaguely remember somebody saying a couple of years ago that he had another daughter
Mm,
that he was that they said that he was paying child support on, but I don't know how to. Well, we know it ain't true because he don't pay for the other 4. But
mm-hmm.
I believe what she said. I don't about the Melody and more sauce. No, I don't think Melody messed with him, but I think he does have a big crush on Melody.
He does look at her a certain type of way, and I think Tisha notices that, and I think it may bother her slightly.
Hmm.
But do I feel like they messed around? I don't. I don't
I
feel
don't
like they
either.
messed. Mm-mm.
Yeah, and but yeah, I believe a lot of what she said. But I just can't wait till Martell go to jail. I wish they either end the show or he get locked up because he is a narcissist through and through. I can't
Mm-hmm.
stand him. But
Yeah.
that's all I had to say. I'm so glad I got up and I love watching your show. And your hair was beautiful yesterday when you had it down.
Oh, thank you. I put it back because I'm hot. I'm been running up and downstairs. But thank you so much. I appreciate
Okay.
it.
Bye
Have a good
bye.
night. Okay. All right. Nobody else want to come up? Y'all doing good. See, it's not painful. Y'all come up and talk. Okay. Let me remove her. All right. On the studio. Keep guests out. Okay. So she's gone. All right. Did anybody else want to come up? I dropped the link again. You guys are giving some good insight on these topics. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's see. Let's read some more comments. Said she just confirmed everything that we've heard. Said I think she definitely needs to go public to protect herself because she could very well be harmed. Said camera girl, you got the hot showing up to girl. Let me tell you, I told y'all this been burning me all damn day. I couldn't wait to finish doing everything I had to do so I can get back and get my video up. But yeah, child. Oof, Lord. All right. Yeah, I hope she's safe as well, because she did say she was threatened numerous times by Martell, and I think she said Marceau might have threatened her as well to keep her mouth shut, allegedly, according to her. All right. So everything that was said in this video again is alleged and was said by the young woman, which you guys saw. I put up her post. Her name is Deshauna Love Holiday. That is her name, and she alleges that she has a daughter by Martell Holt, and that she had to be tested a few times for some STDs, and she had to take an HIV test as well. She said it was very embarrassing. But my thing is with Ariane, y'all remember Ariane said on her live once that if you want to holler at my baby daddy, just hit him in the DM. So it sounds to me like she knows that Martell is also seeing other women, and maybe she don't care. That's what it sounds like to me. If you telling women to hit Martell in the DMs if they want to talk to him, then it says to me you don't really care if he's seeing other women, that you cool with it, that you just maybe one of many. And then we hearing that you having trains ran on you and that they're sharing women behind the scenes allegedly. It's kind of adding up. It kind of adds up to me what this woman is saying. So let's read some more comments. According to Holly Rock, she says she's speaking on what she saw and what Hotel told her. Okay. Let's get Grandma 504 up. How you doing, ma'am?
Hi.
How are
Good
you?
evening. I'm good. What about yourself?
I am great. How are you?
I'm coming on to say that I don't think Martell ever truly loved Mel. He actually hooked his wagon to her because he saw potential. So that's why he constantly lived reckless. On the other hand, she was in love with him. So she put up with all of the his indiscretions all of the time, unfortunately. But I can't say unfortunately because she has 4 beautiful kids,
Right.
and they did build something together. I hated to see that it end like that because when I started watching the show, it was like excellence, and I was truly proud of the way that they displayed it. Right now, I can't watch that trash.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say I truly enjoy your show, and I am a grandmother. So
Okay.
I enjoy your show.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching too. Okay.
Okay, you're welcome. Have a good
You have a
one.
wonderful evening.
Bye bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. Do we have anyone else that want to come up? Anyone else? She was on and off, child. Thank you so much for coming up, Miss Grandma 504. I see a lot of content creators in here as well. Let's look at some more comments. All right, says she needs to be on Love Marriage Huntsville to bring those ratings back up. Child, she gonna run everybody up off there if she go on there. That's why they don't want Ariane on there, because Ariane know too much of their business. So I know they don't want this one on there, honey. If they trying to threaten her to be quiet, they definitely don't want her on the show, because all the shit she's already told. My God, I can't imagine what she haven't talked about yet. That's just gonna be crazy. I said that Maurice said that he had a shock of that as well. Child. Now I would say this. When Deshauna mentions in there that Martell was being abusive towards Mel, we already know that to be factual now, because I think Melody has already confirmed all of this stuff as well. Y'all know she started now talking about some of the things that she went through in her marriage with Martell. Now, I cannot vouch for, nor do I know if there was any type of abuse of anything between Marceau and Tisha. I don't know that to be facts. This is what she's saying. So maybe that's something that she may know, or maybe something Martell may have told her about that. But we do know that Martell does have an aggressive side. Y'all remember at the reunion where Carlos King asked Marceau how he knew Ariane, and had he seen Ariane and Martell together, and what did you see when you saw them? Marceau then says, yeah, I've seen them together. I've been around them several times. And Martell is very aggressive when he's around Ariane. He has an aggressive nature. So we see that. I saw that in the live the other day when she went live. She couldn't even do her live when him not standing there listening to everything she was saying, and then even leaning in and telling her, don't talk about this and don't say that. I was just like, oh, and then telling her she can't work, you can't do this, you can't work at night. I was just like, this is too much. But so he does give off aggressive, controlling vibes. So that part I can kind of see in terms of what she's saying. Now, do I believe 100% of everything she said? I don't know. But as I hear people talking and Melody kind of co-signing some of the things that she's co-signed most recently, it is kind of aligning up with what this woman is saying in this interview. I'm just going to say that. But as far as the ABUs going on between Marcel, I don't know if he's ever hit Tisha. I don't know that because we haven't heard anything about that. They are very quiet when it comes to their marriage in terms of things that they've dealt with or whatever. Tisha's still saying there's no infidelity, but we keep hearing women coming forward and saying that. I mean, hell, we heard about the midday work surprise on stage where Marcel had to admit that, yeah, he was looking at a woman. He was talking to a woman at the job. He says he was trying to interview this woman, but she was sending him pictures and he was, you know, involved in conversation with her and talking, probably talking under her clothes. He like a girl with big butts, which is probably why, you know, Tisha probably got a big butt. But then we hear that Ariane had work done too. So I don't know. Whatever y'all think, I don't know. But I do believe a lot of what this young woman was saying. All right. There's the link again if anyone else wants to come up. All right. What time is it? It's a good time. 7, 8. It's almost 8 o'clock. So we're going to end it here probably in the next 10, 15 minutes. Okay. I'm just looking at a few comments to see what you guys think. Miss Mary White said that she sure can articulate with her tongue tied. Can't articulate with her. Y'all reading in the comments. Delilah T says that Martell, Marceau, and Maurice are no good men who want them, child. And then the fact that they said that Kimmy had some type of reputation before she got on the show. I want to know what this damn reputation is. Was she a loosey-goosey type of chick where she was just out there? I don't know. That's what old girl had to say. She said that Kimmy, as far as Kimmy and Maurice, she said that Maurice cheats as well. She said that Kyle and Maurice were working things out in their marriage before Kimmy came and stepped in. She said that Kimmy had a reputation before getting with Maurice. She says, and that's why Melody never wanted Kimmy to really be around Martell or be like touching on Martell or whatever, like in a playful way, because maybe she didn't trust him. Because she knows her husband too. She knows that Martell, you know, is very flirtatious as well, and has the you know, that he might step out and do something as well. So I can see that. I can definitely see that. Roxy R says that I'm indifferent, said that she may have had an affair with Martell, but does she have a kid? Said that as she is in the medical field. Sound like she's in the medical field. Yes, it does. But she claims that she does have a daughter. She said that when she had the child, that Martell asked her for a paternity test, and she is saying that Martell is the father of her child. So I have heard for a very long time rumors that there were other kids outside of he and Mel's kids and the child that he had with Ariane, which is Knox. I heard there were other kids out there. Okay, so this woman coming forward to say she has a child by Martell just really confirms that. And if there's more, then I'll definitely want to dig and find that out too. Shit. Okay, because y'all know I'm nosy. Snatch by Diego is up in here. What's up, Snatch? Sandra McCullum says that don't believe Melody and Marceau ever had sex for real. Said that Wanda would have told us. Martell too. Said she is repeating Martell. That sounds like that too. Yeah, I don't think that Melody ever slept with Marceau. I don't see that. I do not see that. I don't see it. Monica Gillespie says that Martell is a terrible person, and he is. All right. This girl says that she believes that Martell is bipolar as well. I can see that too. I don't want to diagnose nobody because I'm not a psychiatrist and I'm not no doctor or anything like that, but just giving the things that we've seen with Martell, the way his emotions be off and on, and way he just, you know, go 0 to 100 real quick and be mad and be ready to fight all the damn time. And you're lying, and y'all know how you turn up. It kind of does give bipolar, just a little bit. Bipolar, schizo, I don't know. The nigga is crazy though. Lonnie says that well, if she is older than Martell, I hope she's mature, even if she was younger. Mm-hmm. Terry Babe said this is too much. It is, ain't it? Oh my God. Says that Tisha and Bedbug both are slow. Child. Miss Pruitt says that I wonder if Martell's mother knows about this baby. You know what? I believe that Marlene may know about all of the babies or side babies that Martell has, because look how long she knew about Ariane being pregnant and or having Knox. She knew about it. Because Melody said on the show, your mama told me that you having a boy. Marlene knew that and sat on that information and never told Melody. Did she or did she not? Put a one in the chat, because Melody said this shit on the show. When she blasted Martell, and Martell got mad as hell when Mel blasted it and told it on TV, because I don't think he wanted people to know yet. Because this was around the time she kept telling him, you need to tell your kids that they have a sibling on the way. You need to tell your kids Martell waited and waited and waited. Mel said, if you don't tell them, I'm going to tell them. She absolutely said that. She said, Marlene, your mama told me. She said, your mama told me you got a son on the way. So Marlene knew about this child that Ariane had already was pregnant with or was getting ready to have, and never said nothing to Mel. Whole time Mel paying her bills, Mel coming to her house, Marlene sitting up there telling Melody that you're like another daughter to me. Well, if that's the case, why are you sitting on information and not telling her that there's a baby on the way by your son? Now I get it that Marlene might, she might be afraid of Martell. Martell might have, sworn her to secrecy or whatever. But why you gonna be a fake ass bitch? And I don't like to call nobody mama a bitch, but that's some fake ass bullshit. To be in my face and smiling, eating my food, sitting here letting me pay your fucking bills, and you know that somebody got a baby with my husband on the way, and you don't say shit to me until later on, to where Melody came out and said, your mama said you got a baby on the way. But how you doing, Marion Crawford? How you doing, ma'am? Marion? Oh, she muted.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm actually advocating against injustice. I've been on your show before.
Okay.
How you doing? Actually, I just wanted to say I've heard that before a couple of years ago about this situation going on, and I also heard that he allegedly have a set of twins as well.
My Lord.
Yeah, so I've heard about this before, and I think it's true. This story actually resurfaced a couple of years ago. That's when Martell, because I jammed him up about it, and he blocked me.
Wow. Yeah, he do be blocking now. He would block.
Yeah, he blocked me when I talked about the twins and everything. But I'm just so glad that Melanie got away from him. She's doing so much better without him. And she was young when she got with him, and we live and learn. But I just think that he's a loser, and he's not gonna have any good luck until he do right by his ex-wife and his
Martell was
children.
saying he wanted more kids. Do y'all remember that? Not to cut you off, Miss Marion, I'm sorry. Martell was saying, do y'all remember when Martell had the kids outside when it was freezing cold and little Sugar Mom was over there by that lake? And people kept saying, Martell, you
and
need to
didn't
get
have no coat and
outside
stuff on.
and
Yeah,
get
I
that baby
remember.
before she be done fell in that damn lake. It was at night, and the kids, Sugar Mama kept saying her hands were cold, and then she kept saying, I want my mom. Martell was saying in that live then he wanted more kids.
Right, but he knew he already had more kids. Because this lady that's talking right now, I heard her before. This that came up before on this is a couple of years ago. And I think her child should probably be like about maybe 8 or so, or 9.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I've heard. Do you know any more information about these twins? How old are these twins alleged to be? And do you know who the mother is said to be?
No, I kind of forgot about it because it's been a lot going on in my life. And then once the show went off, I kind of zoomed out. They're too toxic for me. The show, I can't even look at it. I see your commentary. Me and my husband, we look at you every day. You so funny. You be cracking us up.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And we love for you to talk about Martell. Oh my God, you do it the best. You wear that tail out.
Oh, I go off. Yes, I do.
Yes, and but I don't really remember all the details because a lot has happened in my life, and I had a lot of deaths and funerals and stuff in my family, so I kind of zoomed out of it a little bit. But I heard about a set of twins, and I heard about a little girl and another little boy in addition to Ariane's child.
Well, damn. Okay.
Yeah. So you could probably dig it up. You could probably find it because all that stuff was out a while back. And I was in his inbox telling him, jamming him up about it. Then I guess he was like, she doing too much. So he blocked me. So that's all I want to come up and say. And I just wanted to tell you, keep doing a good job. We listen to you every morning. You're so funny. My husband be cracking up at you. He be like,
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
No problem at all. You guys have
your husband. I said, thanks for watching my show.
I will. He do. He love him caramel.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you take care.
I have to check with my source because I have a source that lives in Huntsville. The same person that gave me the information on Nell Fletcher and on Lance's dad. Because I told you his dad was Puerto Rican. Y'all remember I gave y'all all that?
Yeah, I've heard about.
I have a person who actually lives in Huntsville and who knows, like know them. And
I know. I think you talked about that before. I was on there. I be on there a lot. I just be on the sideline. I just always like you and I listen sometimes, but I don't really respond. But I remember you talking about that before as well.
So I'm gonna have to ask my source. Do they know?
Ask him. Yeah, and ask him because he's supposed to have a twin. He's supposed to have a set of twins. and then that little girl and another little boy, in addition to Ariana and his other kids. So I was in his inbox, and I guess he didn't block me at first, but I guess I got to be too much, and he just ended up blocking me off of all platforms.
Wow.
Yeah, so check it out. You'll find it.
Check it out, honey. Thank you so much.
I'm saying allegedly, but I've heard all this before. But what you just said is confirmation.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Well,
all righty. You have a good night here. Okay, you too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bless.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Girl, not twins. And then another one. Now, y'all know Ariana was also pregnant 3 times. So imagine had she had those 3. Damn, how many kids Martell got? Shit. Him and Mel got 4. Ariana got 1. Then we hear about this one. Like, damn, that's what, 6? Oh my God. And then if there's twins, 7, 8. God. Oh, Lord. This nigga probably got about 10 kids. Martell probably got about 10 kids, y'all. Oh my God. I don't even think about it. That's too many kids. And I bet you he don't pay child support for not one. You know he don't pay none for Knox. We know he don't pay Mel none. Oh my God. This is a trash ass nigga. He just getting away with it. They said, oh, he on his Nick Cannon. I hope not. Nick Cannon got 12. And now he's talking about, I don't know why I had all these damn kids. Damn. And then Martell all on live talking about he want to have more kids. For why? Nigga. He need to be clear. But let me tell y'all something that's so ironic. When Marceau and Maurice went to go get their vasectomies, guess who drove them there? I think I covered this before. Martell drove them there, and the nigga didn't get a vasectomy. So he took Maurice, he drove Maurice and Marceau to the doctor, they're saying, for them to get vasectomies, but he didn't get one. The nigga that should have been the first one on the table getting snipped didn't get a vasectomy. But you're going to drive them there to get one. Ain't that crazy? All right, so I'm going to drop the link one more time. If nobody else don't want to come up, we're going to go ahead and end the live, okay? Because I'm ready to go. I said, Waco come though? Right. Okay? Right. Ooh, child, this is, ooh. I'm glad I did this. I'm glad that I did this panel, child, because I'm finding out some stuff I didn't know. Damn, and I thought I'd keep my ear to the streets. Ooh, yeah, honey. I see why people down to the clinic getting all types of tests and stuff done. And then y'all sleeping with him unprotected too. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. Poor Ariana. No wonder she had them bumps around her mouth at the basketball game now. Shit. If old girl said she had to take an HIV and STD test, no wonder she had the damn bumps around her mouth. Okay? You know, she said she'd be back there eating the booty brownies and stuff. So that's them booty brownie bumps. Let's look at a couple more comments. I think nobody else don't want to come up. But y'all, this is a good live. Oh my God. Thank y'all so much for all your comments. I'm gonna go try to read as many as I can. Said, girl, the tea is so hot. I keep burning my damn tongue. I know, right? I got 30-degree burns on my damn tongue too. Shit. But we got to get up out of here, guys. Thank y'all for joining. I appreciate you guys. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. Of course, I will be tapping back in with you guys tomorrow. Unless there's some more breaking news tonight, then I will see y'all tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to watch some TV, kick it, chill out, grab me a drink, and all the things of the things. All right. But y'all have a wonderful, wonderful night. Let me go ahead and thank my people for being here, child. Because Lord, y'all take this tea, honey, and marinate on it. Please don't forget to hit my like on this. All right. Scorpion Miss, my top flight mods, Scorpion Miss, Sweet Essence, Rose Armstead, True TV Podcast, KBR, and Tyra. Thank y'all so much for doing an awesome job keeping my trolls up out of here, keeping my chat the way that it needs to be. All right, so thank you so much to the content creators. I'm just gonna call out the ones that are here usually sporadically. Shay Renee, thanks for being here. Schoolboy, Sunny Days, Simple Mom Family TV, Purple Unicorn, Just a Tea Please, Deary Talk Show, Miss Dee, thanks for being here. I saw Stu Queen B in the house. Do we have any more content creators that were in here that I did not mention? If you're here, just drop it in the chat, say I'm here or me, and I'll go ahead and acknowledge you before we get out of here. Who said Terry Heights, Weezy, child? Martell out here swinging pain. What up, Braylon? That's my friend. What up, Braylon? Braylon is a content creator. You guys check him out. Mocha's Cafe, thanks for being here, love. All right. Braylon Lee and Mocha's Cafe, thank you guys for joining the live as well. Okay, I see Braylon. I see him. All right, is there anybody else? They said Pastor Braylon in the house. Pastor Braylon, I might need some anointing oil after this live, child. Okay, put mine in the microwave on 30 seconds, baby. Warm my oil up. Baby, this tea right here. Oh, Lord. All right. I need some warm oils all over my body after that. When I say that too loud, I'm going to be like, what the hell? All right, but let's get out of here, guys. Love you guys down. See y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. If you're going out tonight, please be safe, okay? Please be safe. Until the next video, child, let's go. Bye.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.